My business has grown by 10x in both of the last 2 years.
Oh my God.
Crazy, yeah. But now I'm reaching the limits of people who will buy my products. My market is teens and tweens who are into a major sport. If you know who it is, don't say. How do I develop products that reach a wider range of people without alienating my core audience?
So we have an aging demo that are buying a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, teens and tweens. I mean, I think they keep staying relevant to the next set of teens and tweens.
God, this is cool. They
You know
are.
what I mean?
I know what you mean. This is such a cultural play. Like you have to be cutting edge. How I actually don't know how to do this because we only sell to the upper echelon of people that
It's
are
true.
already kind of
I sell to
understanding
people
of it.
with money.
Yeah.
He sells to people whose parents have money.
You do?
Okay.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, why not keep selling to new teens and tweens?
I think it's like, oh, this is a refreshing. I think he's saying I'm reaching the limits of the refreshing market.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, gotcha.
there's people who are between 12 and 18 who likes
he wants
us.
those current teens to grow with him. Like he wants those teens to buy his
I think
products when
that's what
they're
he's
30.
asking. He's
That's
saying,
kinda- yeah.
should I try and grow with the teens and tweens and like offer them other stuff as they grow, or should I try and expand to more like sports, or that? I think that's what he's asking. How do I reach a wider audience without alienating the current audience? How do you reach?
I have a couple thoughts on this after.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
go
go
Can
for
I
it.
go for this?
You
okay.
might be better for it.
So you have two approaches on this one. You have one, which is you can sell to the parents of the teens and tweens, which is expanding market by not having to really change the overall demographic. It's just creating some of the pieces. It's apparel.
Mhm.
So you can create some of
I'm
those pieces.
assuming it's apparel. Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming too. But
Did he say that? Yeah.
I'm assuming teens and tweens. I'm assuming this.
Yeah,
You can
sounds
go
like
right to the,
boss.
you can go right to the parents. You can go right to the parents because they will be interested in some things that their kids are interested in, and that's actually a little bit more plain and generic across the way. And if you have kids buying it, there's no reason why you want to match the parents that are wearing
Except
it.
for then the kids are like, I don't like this brand anymore.
Yeah, but it's different. It's not. You're not going to give them like the super crazy colorful one that's like relevant to the industry or relevant to the demographic you're selling to.
Yeah.
But it's still, if you want to expand market without having to be like totally reinvent the business, this is the demographic you would go to.
Just the parents of those current teens and tweens.
Absolutely.
And I think okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I think you have to start there.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest path of like continuing to sell. Second is how many more things can you keep selling to these people? Like
Yeah.
18 to 25, like they're aging, just like how would Nickelodeon keep running the same exact cartoons as the aging demographic. I'm a 90s kid. I'm not watching a bunch of cartoons, but I love my son watching Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would ask.
What's your
too.
point with that? Sorry.
The aging of it, like it still needs to apply to me as the parent, but like it still needs to continue to age with the person that's already had some affinity towards the brand.
Yeah.
But most of the time, these teens and tweens are not buying their product. It's the parents.
Yeah, it's the parents using their money. Okay, so I don't know how long, he said he's 10x in both of the last 2 years. This is a long play, but in 10 years, these teens and tweens that you're selling to now will also have nostalgia. So they'll open up another market to you when they're in their late 20s. They're maybe having their first kids.
It's why you have to crack selling to the parents right now.
Yeah. So that will already, I think, come back around even if you don't crack it. But I think a great way to crack selling to the parents right now, just to kind of like play off of that idea a little bit, is sell something to the parents that's like funny to the kids. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know, if you're selling like cool basketball stuff to the kids or whatever, like some shirt that says like ball unk to that, like be like, something like that where
washed baller.
Yeah, washed baller or something like that. Like son beat me last year or something like that.
Yeah.
Son still can't beat me.
Son still
yeah,
can't
on
beat
the
me.
flip side of it.
I still beat him one-on-one type of thing, right? Like
Coach.
that kind of thing that the kids will kind of think is funny if their dad wears. So you're not degrading the brand by like making it cool to the because if the parents start thinking it's cool, then
Kid's
the
like, I'm
14-year-old's
out.
like,
That's not
obviously
cool.
you lost it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
if you go more literal? Like I'm assuming at this point the person has a big community that you can speak to and probably like top 100 customers that they could email and even speak to them around like, hey, we want to we understand you guys are getting this stuff. We understand you're the wallet. So, and we want to say thank you by developing some products for you.
Yeah.
And then actually I don't know, sometimes what are we watching? We're watching some show recently, Platonic on Apple TV, and there's this mom on there that started a t-shirt company that says "Don't ask, don't get," and everybody's like making fun of her. And then as the show progresses,
More and more
they're
people
like,
wearing it.
No, the more people realize that saying is true. So they're like making fun of her, like, oh, motivational Helen over there with her "Don't Ask, Don't Get" t-shirt. And then like, they're like, damn it, this is actually true. So like, don't ask, don't get. I would recommend this person like actually goes to the customers that have spent thousands of dollars, understanding that they are the parents and being like, psst, come over here. We want to develop something for you guys.
Yeah,
what would you want to like? What would you want to show up in your tweens order that's also for you?
Yeah.
I think brands get so big at times, and sometimes it is harder to come down to a little bit like humility and ask. But brands get so big that they forget that their main powerhouse is their customers that can tell them exactly what to make.
What is your stance on like that idea of like just ask the customers versus the like sort of the Ford statement of like, if I would ask people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. You know what I mean? Like I think some people have the view of like, they don't know what they want yet. I'm making it, and then they will know they want it once I've made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Is it just, it's a balance, or you do both, you try both, see what works?
Yeah. I would go into asking first.
Uh-huh.
And
Same. Seems easier.
And it's not like you got to really like gauge the reactions. Because if one person tells you, oh, we'd love leather jackets, or, some weird answer, you're like, damn, we got to, like, you have to have a mass answer, right?
So like when you go to the Dad Gang community in the Facebook group and you say, hey, what do you think about this design? If you get 15 comments of guys who are like, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Not enough.
Not enough. You said something the other day, it's like 100. If I get 100, then that's signal. So
likes,
you come up with
comments,
a number.
Feedback, like interact with them. I think, I don't know, brains like forget to just go have a conversation sometimes. Yeah. And like we talked about calling customers and all that kind of stuff. Just asking like, hey, we appreciate your support because you are the support.
Yeah.
And we want to start making some stuff for you guys. But sometimes it might just be like, unfortunately, the answer is like make more. There's more teens coming right up. So how do you just stay in that market?
Yeah.
I don't know if the expansion always needs to be. We also need to make stuff for older people.
Yeah. I think that when you've got 9-figure problems, there's never a really clear answer. It's more like, what are some ideas and what's the most promising one? The last one I'll say for sports is probably getting into some sort of event. Can you take a variation? Can you make a game on a variation of the sport? So let's say it were basketball. Can you make a game of like horse that has a little wrinkle, and you go around the country playing that, and it's content, and people come, and you have kind of like a, what's his name? The football YouTuber who like does 1v1s. I can't remember what his name is now, but like, or like a Tristan Jass type of thing where like you go around the country and like huge crowds gather around everywhere you go.
Like Ice Show Speed, he races people.
Ice Show Speed. Yeah. So I think that could be another play there where it's like we start doing events, and maybe they're paid events. They could be pure marketing at first, but I think you could also end up making them paid events or sponsor, like bringing other brands as sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming the teen stuff, like if we're talking trends right now, everything's kind of loud. Like loud colors, baggy, everything.
Yeah.
And I would, if you're going to not ask the audience what they want, I would just, go ahead and make a small logo, toned down version of that. Yeah. And show a bit more like parent to kid, like we don't wear this stuff together, but dad's got the subtle stuff, and I'm the loud one with the, like just bright pink colors or whatever. I think that approach at a small scale could work. Like don't bust your inventory just trying to like be sure on that resolution, but I think you could try that.